Dear students, I am Dr. Mahesh Hirulal, Assistant Professor, Department of Roganidhana, Kayar Sri BMK Ayurveda Mahavidyalaya, Belagavi. In this video, we are going to discuss about Rajayakshmi. We have different concepts of illnesses in Ayurveda, like Lakshana, Vyadi, then Roga Sankara, Linga Sankara, etc. Sometimes merely a symptom cannot be considered as a disease, and sometimes a condition cannot be merely considered as a disease. It is more than the disease, that is a group of diseases. Then we will call it as a syndrome. A similar concept is there in modern, like symptoms, then disease, syndrome. Okay, so Rajayakshma is such a condition. It is a syndromic condition where a group of disease or the symptoms both will be seen. If a condition where a different two or more lakshanas are seen, then it is the Linga Sankara. If two or more diseases are formed, then it is the Roga Sankara or Vyadi Sankara. So Rajayakshma is one of the very important Vyadi Sankara. As the name it suggests, Raja Yakshma. So there are two interpretations. Yakshma is the Roga or the condition of illness. It is a king for all the diseases is the one concept, and another one is it has happened to the Raja. Who is that? It is the Chandra. Okay. Chandra is a Nakshatra Raja. There is a mythological origin for the Raja Yakshma, that is Chandra marries to 27 nakshatras, but he is more affectionate towards one. It is a then there is a curse from the father of the nakshatras. Then the Chandra will have fades in its prabha. Why it's came given the similes. So from full moon to the no moon day. So in the full moon day, it will be having a full brightness, or in the Hunimi, a Chandra will be having a full brightness. Then it will go on fading its brightness. And in no moon day, in Amavasya, there will be the no moon. Why? Because similarly the person will lose his prabha, lose his bala. Then the similar pattern is seen in this condition. For that only it is called as Rajayakshma. And even this some mythological origins tells that Rajayakshma also happened to the Indra. Okay. So this is a very brief introduction about the Rajayakshma. Now we'll see about how it is explained in Nidhanasthana and in Chikitsasthana. What is Shosha and what is Rajayakshma? What is the Ayatanas? So specially he has told about the Ayatana is the Karanas responsible for the Rajayakshma, and its Samprapti, and it's a very very important are the Lakshanas. Different Ekarupa, Trirupa, Ashtadasha Rupa, these all are the Lakshanas seen in the Rajayakshma. Those all are we are going to discuss in this video. The concept of Rajayakshma can be studied in a different context, like Rajayakshma, Shosha, Kshatakshena, Kshayajakasa. All symptoms, Samprapti looks like the same, but there will be a minute difference between all these things. So sometimes we will consider Rajayakshma as a tuberculosis, but tuberculosis can be compared with the Shosha, Kshatakshena, Kshayajakasa, etc. also. So Rajayakshma is a very big heading. Under them there are different nidana samprapti, and how to make the diagnosis is different. But for the shosha, kshatakshina and kshajakasa, there are particular nidana and the samprapti. Okay, so this is about the first thing about the Rajakshma. See, in Nidana Sthana and in Chikitsa Sthana of the Charaka Samhita, he has used the Shosha Nidana and Rajakshma Chikitsa. Why? Because most of the time Shosha and Rajakshma are used as synonymous, but Shosha is not equal to the Rajakshma. Shosha is a small part of the Rajakshma, and it is the prerequisite factor to make the diagnosis of the Rajakshma. Without the Shosha, we can't make the diagnosis of the Rajakshma. See, what you will tell that Samshoshanat Rasadinam Shosha Ityavidiyate. Shosha means it is not a merely illness, merely a person became lean. Leanness is not only the Shosha. Shosha means Rasadi Dhatus. Rasadi Dhatus will go on Shoshana. Shoshana is one of important function of Vata, where all the Rasadi Dhatus will go on losing its Jalaguna, its Bala, etc. Then we will call that it as the Shosha. See, Kriya Kshaya Karatva Kascha Kshaya Ityuchite. Next is Kshaya. Shosha Kshaya. Kshaya is also the Rajakshma. Kshaya is Kriya Kshaya Karatva. What is this Kriya? Kriya is any function. Kriya Kshaya. So loss of function. Loss of function of what? Loss of function of the dhatus. Then also it is the Kshaya. Raja Chandrama. So, etc. He will tell that it is first seen in the Chandrama, etc. Tasmat Rajakshme Kechid Davu Punarjata. Okay, so Kshaya, Rajakshma, Shosha, these are all are used as synonymous, but Kshaya and Shosha are a part of the Rajakshma. Okay? Coming to the Shoshasya Ayatana. He has not told about Rajakshma Nidana, he tells about Shosha Ayatana. It is common for both Shosha and for the Rajakshma. In another video, we will see about the Shosha. It is common for both Shosha and for the Rajakshma. Okay. So what are those? Iha kalu chatvari Shoshasya Ayatana bhavanti tadyata sahasa sandarana kshaya vishamashana. There are 4 Chaturvida Ayatana. Here is used particularly the word as Ayatana. Shoshasya Ayatana. He has not used the word as the Hetu, Nidana, etc. Ayatana is synonymous for the Nidana, but it has a particular meaning. So your work is to find that what is the Ayatana. See, so what are those? Sahasa, Sandarana, Kshaya, Vishamasana. So we'll see one by one what is Sahasa, what is Sandharana, what is Kshaya, and what is Vishamasana. First one is Sahasa. Tatra Sahasam Shoshasya Ayatamiti Yuduktam Tatra Purusho Durbalohi San Balavan Sa Vigrunnati Ati Mahata Va Danusha Vyavayascheti Jalpavati, etc. See, it tells that every person has some limited capacity. If he exceeds that capacity, for that only he will tell that how to do the Vyayama. Up to what extent we should do the Vyayama. It is Ardhabala. Okay, see, we have the capacity to do some exercise. We have to do the exercise up to the Ardhabala. And How we can come to know that Ardhabala? So we'll start sweating, we'll start exhaustion. After that, we should not continue the Vyayama. The same concept here. Tatra sahasam shoyashasya ayatanam iti yuktam यदा पुरुषो दुर्बलो ही सन बलवान स विगृह्णति. Person is having some bala, but he does the balavan kelasa. He does the excessive or exaggerated physical activities. Ati Mahata, and he will give some examples of those days, like Ati Mahata va Danushaha. So Dhanurvidya is one of the very important vidya on those time. If the person go on doing the practicing of Dhanurvidya above his power, then it will lead to the Rajayakshmi. Similarly, nowadays any physical exercise or any sports, if you are playing anything, but it should be accordance with your bala. Then Vivayashcheti. Vivaya is also he has taken here as a physical activity. So in the Kshaya also the Vivaya will comes, but here Vivaya will lead to the physical activity, and there will also be the Shukra Kshaya. So it will lead to the Sahasa Sandharana Vishamat Kshaya. In Kshaya also this Ati Vivaya will come, and here also it is there. Okay, if the person indulges in the excessive sexual activity, then also it will lead to the Rajayakshmi. Then Jalpati va Apyati Atimatram. See, Jalpati means if he swimming. So person does the swimming excessively. It tells if he does the excessively over than his physical capacity, then it is a Sahasa, then it will lead to the Kshaya, lead to the Rajayakshmi. Some occupations are there, like labor or some factory workers. They need to do the, or some farmers, coolies, etc. They need to do the physical activity excessively because of their socio-economical status. In them, we can very easily see that if it is not compensated with the Ahara, then we will definitely see in the Rajayakshmi. So that is the Sahasa. Kshayam Upamalvati. Next is Kshaya. So then he will tell that Vatasha Pitasha Kafaja, will see in the Lakshanas. So in the next we will go for the Sandharana. See, Vega Sandharana in a modern context very rarely, or it is most neglected symptoms, most neglected causative factor. See, what he tells, Sandharana Shoshasya Ayatanamiti Vidyuktam, then he will tell that Yatha Purusho Rajasamiyo Bruto, etc. He will give the example who will do the Sandharana. See, suppression of the natural urges. Any suppression of natural urges, Urdhva or the Adho Vega Sandharanas. So we have 13 types of Vegas. If a person does the Vega Sandharana, it will lead to the Vataruddhi, and from the Vataruddhi it will lead to the Rajayakshmi. And who will do this Sandharana? No one will do purposefully. There are some occupations or there are some social restrictions. In those time, a person will do the Vega Sandharana. Like Yada Purusho Rajasamipo Buddhaha. Rajasamipa. And person who is doing the service to the Raja. Nowadays you can see the any servants or any officials who is doing in the ministerial office. They need to continuously help for the Raja so that they can't attend their Vegas. Samibova Guru Gururva. So in the olden days, Gururva Padamule Dvitya Samabhyam Vasatam. See, Gururva Padamule, that means the Shishyas, the students. In those days, it is the students. Nowadays, it is totally out of context. The person who is working with the Guru or who is attending or taking the Shikshana directly from the Guru, he need to sit with the Guru continuously. Even though if he is having the Vega, he has to suppress. Dhyuta Samabhyat, etc. Samajam, Stri Madhya. Sometimes in the society, Stri cannot attend to the calls, attend to the natural calls. If it is exceeds, then there will be the Vataruddhi and it will lead to the Sandharana Nimittaja Rajayaksha. Vishamashana, very very important and the prime important secondary to the Sahasa, that is the Vishamashanam. Vishamashanam Shoshasha Ayatani Mityuktam Yada Purushaha Pana Ashana Bhaksha Leha Prayogam Prakriti Karana Samyoga Rashi Desha Kala Upyoga Samstha Vishesha Sevatiha. See, here comes Ahara Vidhi Vishesha Ayatanas. So he will tell us that there are Ashtavidha Vishesha Vidhi Ayatanas. He will tell particularly the person or need to take the food or we should have the dietary habit with the Prakriti Karana, Rashi, Samyoga, Desha, Kala, Upyoga Samstha, Upyoga Samstha. With all these factors keeping in your mind, we should take the food. If we are not taking the food according to this, then it will lead to the Vishama Ashana. Ashana is eating, in which Pana, Ashana, Bhaksha, Leha, etc. all the Chaturvida Aharas. If it is taken opposite to the Prakriti, Karana, Samyoga, Matra, Desha, Kala, etc., then it will lead to the Rajayaksha. Then another one is, we missed is the Kshaya. So Kshaya is of the two types. One is Anuloma Kshaya and Pratiloma Kshaya. Anuloma Kshaya means from Rasa, Rakta, Mamsa, Meda, Asti. Then it will lead to the Kshaya. Then it is also a causative factor for Rajakshma. Pratiloma Kshaya from the Shukra to the Rasa in a reverse direction. Then also it will lead to the Kshaya. Or it will lead to the Rajayaksha. Person who is doing the Vishamashana, it will lead to the Pratiloma Kshaya. The person who is indulged in Ativevaya, then it will lead to the person who indulges in Vishamashana, it will lead to the Anuloma Kshaya. The person which indulges in the Ativevaya, etc., it will lead to the Pratiloma Kshaya. So these are four called as Chaturvida Ayatana of Rajayaksha. So what are those? Just for the repetition. Sahasa, Sandharana, Kshaya, Vishamashana. So Sahasa, excessive physical activity. Sandharanam, suppression of the natural urges. Kshaya, Pratiloma Kshaya and Anuloma Kshaya. Vishama, Ashana, improper food and the dietary habits will lead to the Shosha and the Rajayakshma. Okay, so these are the Nidanas for Rajayakshma. So in the next video, we will discuss about Samprapti and the Shosha, how the concept of Shosha is different from Charaka to the Shushruta, etc. Okay, thank you.